Yahoo! Hello, hello, hello mga masters and mga ka-G! Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning po sa inyong lahat dyan sa Pilipinas at sa buong Asian countries at kung saan man kayong lupalop ng ating daigdig ay hayaan niyo muna kami ni G, the green girly cutie patuti iguana. Nabatiin po kayo ng good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening at good night na po sa mga ready ng matulog. At welcome na naman po sa continuation ng ating topic dito po sa The Masters Trivias. Ayan po ay number 25 na po tayo ngayon sa ating topic dahil po yung ating dinidiscuss po for quite some time already. Di ba? Ika-anim na araw na ba natin ito? Ika-anim na araw na po natin, no? O ika-pito. Okay? So, this is our last day para ma-discuss po natin ang topic na ito, which are the 27 natural health tips that are evidence-based. So number 25 na tayo ngayon. Kahapon po natapos natin ng 24, 21, 22, 23, and 24 kahapon. Ngayon po ay 25, 26, 27. Yun ang ating tatapusin ngayon, mga masters, o di ba? So sit back and relax po at tatapusin natin ito ngayon. And maraming salamat talaga sa inyong solid na love and support. Before we continue, may I ask for your thumbs up? Yung inyong solid na thumbs up po. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe po dito sa ating channel, Master Worm, para po always updated po kayo. Kailangan talaga na mag-all bell po kayo kung maaari. Yeah. Diba? Sana po ay naka-all bell po kayo sa aking channel. Salamat ulit. Alright, number 25 po is avoid restrictive diet. Avoid restrictive diet, mga masters. Diets are generally ineffective and rarely work well long term. Tandaan niyo po ito, mga masters and mga ka-G, ha? Ang pagda-diet, di ba, are generally ineffective. Hindi po siya ganun ka-epektibo. Okay, bakit? And ito po ay hindi din po nagbe-work long term. So, it doesn't last long. Hindi siya effective kung gamitin siyang long term. Okay, in fact, past dieting is one of the strongest predictions for future weight gain. Ano yun dito, ha? So, yung past dieting. So, ibig sabihin, this is because overly restrictive diets actually lower your metabolic rate or amount of calories you burn, making it more difficult to lose weight. So, pinapababa niya po yung metabolic rate natin, which supposed to be the higher your metabolic rate is, the more you lose weight and the more you lose fats or burn fats. Okay? So, at the same time, they also cause alterations on to your hunger and satiety hormones. So parang magiging yun, hindi ka na talaga palaging mabubusog niyan at basta hindi na po normal ang iyong mga hormones na yan. Okay? Which make you hungrier and may cause strong food cravings. So hindi ka mabubusog talaga, mga masters, for foods high in fats, calories, and sugar. Ito po ang tinatawag nating cravings, mga masters and mga ka-G. Tandaan niyo po yun, ha. Pag meron kayong strict na diet na fina-follow, and tinatawag po natin itong restrictive diet, or meron kang particular na mga food groups na ina-avoid. Yan po, isa sa mga restrictive. Restricted ka na kumain ng carbs, restricted ka na kumain ng gulay. Ganun, meron kasing ganyan eh. Restrictive ka na hindi ka pwedeng kumain ng prutas. Meron mga ganun, di ba? In some cases, kasi sabi nila super high daw yung sugar content ng prutas, so hindi daw siya pwede sa mga diabetic. So, hindi naman talaga na kailangan mawala siya sa iyong diet. There's just certain techniques dyan at certain amounts na kailangan mong kainin, and because you need it, because each of the food groups have their own purpose. That's why God created different kinds of food, different kinds of sources, different kinds of herbs, different kinds of, DNAs, especially sa tao, different kinds of blood types, because each and everyone has a different requirement. And iba-iba din po yung ating mga activities, iba-iba din po yung ating physical na mga ginagawa, mental, social, spiritual, emotional. So, iba't iba po yung needs ng katawan natin. So, hindi po natin ma-generalize ang ating mga needs. Iba-iba yung mga needs natin. Okay? So, tandaan po natin yan na avoid restrictive diets. Okay? You also, at this, all of this, yung ating tinatawag na restrictive diet, is a recipe for rebound weight gain or yo-yo dieting. So, halimbawa, ngayon po ay nag-zero fats, nag-zero zero grains, zero carbs ka ngayon. Ayaw mo mag-carbs. And ginawa mo yan for 6 months. Ayun po ay talagang nag-lose ka ng weight. Pero one day, kumain ka ng something, gano'n, nagustuhan mo, hinahanap-hanap, mas malalong hahanapin ng katawan mo yan kasi namimiss yan. And then suddenly, nag-fall back ka, ayun, palagi ka na kumakain hanggang lumobo ka na naman. So parang yo-yo lang po yan mga masters and mga ka-G. So hindi po siya advisable na mag-restrictive diet. Okay? So it's called rebound weight gain or yo-yo dieting. Instead of dieting, try adopting a healthier lifestyle. Focus on nourishing your body instead of depriving it. Ayun po mga masters. Naalala niyo po yung ating topic before na meron po tayong mga food groups, meron tayong proportions sa plate natin. So ang ating plato, every time we eat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as much as possible, 50%. So let's say, imagine yung left side ng iyong plato is more vegetables than fruits, and on the other side is more grains than proteins. So 30% vegetables and 20% fruits sa left side, 30% grains, darker grains, and 20% proteins po sa right side. Yan po, 20-30 lang, 20-30 din, that's 50-50. Kailangan po natin meron different food groups sa ating plato. Hindi lang po yung tinapay at kape, hindi lang po yung kanin at itlog or kanin at isda. Dapat merong gulay, merong prutas. At of course, avoid drinking with your food if you are eating your meals. So when you're eating, try to give an hour interval, inom ka ng tubig, maghintay ka ng 1 oras, nunukin, chew your food really well before mo lunukin yan, at least 30 times. And then, at least, try to relax and eat your meal for about 30 to 45 minutes. Spend time, especially sa iyong mesa at habang kumakain, and avoid rushing. Chewing is the first process of digestion. Kaya pag kayo po ay, when you're chewing, you're also stimulating your enzymes to produce and your intestines to move. Ayan po, parang review lang po ito ha. Okay, so instead of dieting, dapat yung gawin natin ha. Weight loss should follow as you transition to whole, natural, or nutritious foods. Kailangan nutritious and whole foods ang kainin natin, which are naturally more filling when containing fewer calories than processed foods. Avoid ng processed foods. Avoid din po natin yung mga refined. Na-discuss natin. Combination na po ito ng ating mga na-discuss for the past 6 days or 7 days. Okay, number 26. Eat whole eggs. Ito po mga masters, eat whole eggs. Despite the constant back and forth about egg and health, it's a myth that eggs are bad for you because of their cholesterol content. Ayan po sa mga nag-iwas sa itlog dahil ang kala nila yung itlog po ay mataas ang cholesterol. Ito po, studies shows that they have minimal effect on blood cholesterol in the majority of people. And they are great sources of proteins and nutrients. The whole eggs, pag sinabi po natin whole eggs, that includes of course the egg white and the egg yolk. So both egg, buong egg po except siyempre ng skin, kasi yung skin hindi mo na kinakain yan. Yung covering po yan, hindi mo kinakain yan. So wala po siyang additionally, a review involving people found that egg intake had no association with heart disease risk. Alright, so let's proceed po sa ating Ayun, sa itlog pala mga masters, ako po, in my own opinion po, is mas maganda po yung hindi po siya solid na hard-boiled. Just try not to eat a lot of hard-boiled eggs kasi iba na po yung pag na hard-boiled mo na po siya, tumigas na po yung yung proteins niya. So you will not anymore benefit with the enzymes and the proteins. Okay, iba na po yung makukuha mo dyan. So I think I have read a few of the articles that instead you will get more cholesterol than have proteins. Okay? So kailangan po ay semi-soft boiled po siya at wag po talagang i-hard boiled ang itlog. Okay? So next is the last one is meditation po mga masters and mga ka-G. Stress has a negative effect on your health. It can affect your blood sugar levels, food choices, susceptibility to sickness, weight, fat distribution, and more. Ayan po, ang stress talaga is a great contributor to get sick. For this reason, it's important to find healthy ways to manage your stress. Hanap po kayo ng ways paano po kayo ay may stress management. In some, meditation is one such way. It has some scientific evidence to support its use for stress management and improving your health. And po, ang stress management talaga po is very good. And of course, meditation. In one study involving 48 people with high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, or both, researchers found that meditation helped lower LDL or bad cholesterol. Nabababa po yung blood cholesterol through meditation. Okay? So additionally, and inflamed bad cholesterol and inflammation compared with the control group. So mas bumaba po yung kanilang inflammation at ang kanilang LDL when they had meditation. Additionally, the participants in the meditation group reported improved mental and physical well-being. Diba? Mga masters at mga ka-G. For now, hanggang dito lang po tayo at tayo po ay nagsobra na rin po na again ng 12 minutes. Pero I think it's worth it kasi natapos natin yung topic natin dito po sa ating 27 natural health tips that are evidence-based. For now, maraming salamat talaga. This is your one and only Master G. Si G natin, very good. And of course, your one and only Master Worm. And God is great. Yahoo!